Viewer discretion advised, the testimony that shook Hollywood. Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. What follows is not fiction, it is the verbatim testimony delivered in federal court during the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. As reported by Inner City Press, and now echoed across headlines and social media, this is the moment AshtonKutcher broke his silence and changed everything. On a humid spring morning in a Manhattan courtroom, AshtonKutcher, known to millions as a charming actor, tech investor, and family man, walked into the courtroom not as a celebrity, but as a key witness in one of the most disturbing celebrity trials in modern memory. Sean Diddy Combs stands accused of a wide-ranging list of crimes, from sex trafficking to organized abuse, crimes allegedly masked by decades of money, power, and celebrity. And AshtonKutcher, once part of Diddy's inner circle, the so-called New Hollywood Rat Pack, was called to testify. When Ashton took the stand, the room fell silent. His expression was tight, his gaze uneasy, and his voice shook slightly. I was friends with him. I looked up to him. Kutcher began. But as the testimony unfolded, it became clear this was not just about friendship. This was about secrets, about complications, about silence. For years, the public saw Kutcher as a harmless prankster and Silicon Valley darling. But behind the curtain, a very different story was playing out. Kutcher described years of wild parties, hidden rooms, enforced events, and disturbing behavior he had once brushed off as Hollywood normal. He was admitted to attending Diddy's infamous parties, some of which were captured in grainy video footage presented in court. In one clip from 2013, Kutcher's voice is heard saying, "I don't think we should be filming this. This is too much." The response? Relax. They've already signed. The guests? Models. Influencers. Some were reportedly unaware of what they were being led into. One of the most chilling moments came when the term freak-off entered courtroom record. It was a private event Diddy would host. Ashton said, phones were taken. Guests were blindfolded. Sometimes it looked like performance art, but it wasn't. Kutcher described how these gatherings were tightly controlled. Access was managed. Cameras were hidden. Silence was enforced. And all of it, he said, was protected by a system of fear, NDAs, and unchecked power. But it wasn't just the parties. The deeper revelation was how that world was funded. Kutcher revealed that many of his early tech investments, hailed at the time as a visionary, were entangled with Diddy's network of shell companies, offshore accounts, and covert investors. Clubs were actually data collection fronts. Startups were linked to questionable overseas transactions. Millions flowed through accounts marked with vague labels like consulting or event services. When asked why he didn't question these things sooner, Kutcher responded quiet.